right. Let me back up a little bit. The movement we are going to be going over today for the movement series is the staggered sit to stand. Very similar to a squat. Sometimes this can be more challenging than a squat. Sometimes it can be a regression for a squat, depending on how we have it set up. But you will need something to sit on. While we have the regular sit and stand, where our feet, hopefully you can see my legs here, are right beside each other in a normal squat stance. But with the staggered sit and stand, what we're going to do is have one leg staggered. And what we want to avoid doing with any of the sitting movements is plopping. We don't want to plop. We don't want to, right? And we don't want to get enough momentum to stand up. We want all of the work coming from the legs. Okay? So with the staggered position, this distributes the weight a little differently than a normal squat. We want a majority of the work coming from this back leg, whereas this other leg, it can work a little, but it's almost there for balance as well. You can hold weight during this movement, or you don't hold weight during this movement. It depends kind of what level you are. I would start with no weight and kind of build up from there. As far as a thing to sit on, the higher it is, the easier the movement is. The lower it is, I wouldn't go too terribly low, but the more challenging it is. So if you're holding weight or not, either is fine, but we want a slow and controlled movement down, keeping your weight in this back leg in the heel, making sure you're actually going to sit on the chair. Slow and controlled, sit. And again, you don't want to have too much momentum, but you want to really push through this leg to stand up. This leg is just kind of hanging out. This is very similar to a one-legged squat, except rather than shifting our weight back to the chair with a one-legged squat, again, whether you have one leg as a kind of a kickstand or you actually have it up, our weight is going to shift forward to kind of counteract our hips going back. That's just one of the little differences there. But again, slow and controlled, keeping the core tight, keeping the chest elevated. We don't want to be here, but as if you were actually, kind of sitting down into a chair, slow and controlled. This leg is, again, just there for balance. You can be on your heel, you can kind of be on your toe. You don't have to use it at all. And stand up nice and controlled. So that is the one-legged squat. Hopefully that demonstration is helpful. If you have more questions, let me know.